Yo, what's poppin', man? You know what time it is. This is the 1% Better show. Shout out to, it's been a long weekend. You can hear it in my voice. I felt like the last time we recorded, or maybe 2 recordings ago, it was another long weekend, so my voice, you could just tell. But I am Mr. J Hill. Alexander LeBlanc is not here. I would tell Kyron to put the camera on his space on the couch, but we didn't turn the camera off already. But Kyron is behind the boards. What up, bro?
What's cracking?
Yo, man, it feel good, man. We got the team here. Special guest is in the building. Kie Flaire is here. What up, dog?
What's going on, bro?
Man, ain't nothing, man. You can talk to your mic, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, before we get started with the conversation, shout out to all my new and returning subscribers of the J Hill Network, the 1% Better Show. Thank you. If you like the new name, make sure you let me know. 1% Better Show. We just trying to get 1% better each and every day, each and every second, each and every minute of the hour. You get what I'm trying to say? That's what the goal is, and that's the conversation that we have. Just 1% better than we were yesterday, last night, the minute before, all of that. For everybody that want to support the show, you can support the show by, doing that thing right there. You can Cash App, PayPal, Zelle, all of that. Your support goes to everything that we do. We spend a lot of money getting these episodes done. Like, am I lying, Kyron?
Nah.
I just showed you a camera. The camera by itself was like $5 without the lens, right? Like,
facts.
and we getting 3. Listen.
You got 3 of them coming.
Yeah. Listen, and these cameras ain't cheap.
No, they ain't cheap.
Nah.
Right, so like,
No,
even the
they
ones
ain't
we
cheap.
got, I ain't even need to get those. I know.
You said you had 3 coming. I'm like,
Yeah. So, but yeah, man, Kyle's in the building. What up, brother? How you feeling?
feeling good, man. Feeling good.
How was your week?
Week was cool. The day in the life of an entrepreneur, always get curveballs. Always.
I was just talking about entrepreneurship, bro. It's like when it's good, it's lit.
Yeah.
But when it's not,
Yeah.
it's like, nigga, how I'm gonna pay the bills?
No, for real.
It go from rich and famous to homeless real quick.
Man. And the longer you stay an entrepreneur, when you get that feeling like, all right, everything good, you like, hold on. I'm waiting.
Yep.
I'm waiting on the curveball. It's coming. It's coming.
Bro, or you like I was just telling somebody, I'm like, man, I don't know who paid that rent as I pay my rent so ahead of time. Like, I don't know nobody else that pay that rent like that. I pay my rent like 2-3 months ahead.
Listen, for all the people that got big bills, what I've learned to do is break down your bills and put something aside every week. So therefore, at the end of the month, it ain't just a big lump sum.
Okay.
Right? So if you got a $2,500 car note, you took $300-400. By the time the end of the month comes, you all right.
Say, that's some big boy cars. You talking about $2,500 for a car note is insane.
Yeah, I got a few of them.
He said, I got a few of them. Yo, you just gave me the hat, bro. First of all, appreciate it.
Yeah.
So it's Ty. Think about it.
Yeah, so I call it the thinking cap, right? Everybody know me for wearing hats. I didn't want to do just clothes. I started out with the hats. And TAI, think about it, right? But then the verse that's in the middle of the A is a verse that changed my life. Romans 12:2. So it's be not conformed to this world, be transformed by the renewing of your mind, right? So once you change that, anything can happen. And I was just thinking about it, and my partner Leanie, he had a clothing line, so we just partnered up together. The angel on the side is a cherub, and that's like an angel with means like new beginnings. You know what I mean? So you put all that together, and that's what we call it, the thinking cap.
Well, I wonder what is it about Romans, that entire chapter.
Yeah.
Like Romans 8:18 is my favorite verse. I got it tapped on me.
Come
right?
on.
And it's basically your present struggles can't even be damn, I'm lost. Is your current struggles, the things that you're going through right now, won't even be comparable about what's about to be revealed.
With the joy that's coming in the morning.
Exactly. So like everything that you're struggling, like all of that.
Yeah.
Imagine how bad you feel when you struggle. That feeling can't even be compared to the joy that you'll feel on the other side of it.
Right.
And it's like, but Romans hit though. The whole book.
No, they do.
Hit.
They do. And it's funny, depending on where you at in life, you can read it now and you're like, okay, but then you can read it a year from now and it hit different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So just tell everybody, like, man, you gotta, like, I don't care what you got. It don't matter about the money, the cars, and the status and all that. Man, we ain't got guys. Man, there's something wrong with you.
Yo, so I was introduced to that chapter through my fraternity, right?
Okay.
Where was you introduced to this particular chapter?
So I was introduced by one of my guys who was a Muslim. And it's crazy because he didn't try to push Muslim on me.
A lot of my Muslim friends don't be. They be on the
Yeah,
side,
but they discipline.
Yep.
Right. And so first he told me read the book of Job.
Okay.
And I read that, and I'm like, it resonated with me. And then he was like, touch on Romans, and Romans gonna hit you different. And all the chapters that Romans 12:2 just stood out to me.
Well, so out of reading, so you read the whole book.
Yeah.
And that's the one that just stood out.
Yeah, I just kept going back to it.
Oh wow.
I was like, it's like, dang, renew your mind, renew your mind, renew your mind. And man, now it's just a part of my life.
Wait, but how old were you when you read this though? Because all this matters.
No, it does. It does. I was probably late 30s.
So were you still outside, or were you
No,
transitioning?
I was still outside. I was still outside, but it was like the seed was there.
Okay.
It was planted.
Okay, because I'm
You
like,
know what
wait,
I'm
how
saying?
do you know this? Because when you out, you know,
Yeah.
you can't tell nigga nothing. So it's
Nah.
like,
But when you outside, even when you outside and you in certain situations, you can be in the club, whatever. You can be with everybody, and everybody just doing whatever. And then all of a sudden, you looking around, you like,
yeah,
man, I could be at home
yeah,
working on this.
yep.
Right? Like when you decided to do this,
Yep.
something clicked. You was like, man, you know what? I could be at home working on my podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I was like, okay. Everybody start calling. I'm like, nah, I'm going to sit this one out.
Mm.
I'm going to sit this one out. And then I was in the house. And before you know it, the ideas start flowing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, it's crazy because it happens like that, especially when we talk about entrepreneurship. The one thing that I've been learning over these past few years is really a mindset. And it's hard to understand that before you get fully immersed in entrepreneurship, right? Like, you like, it's a mindset. I'm like, I need some with some deposits. You talking about mindset.
Right.
But it really start at your mindset.
It do. And you got to learn that after you take a few L's or multiple L's, you got to learn, like, man, all them times you try to cut the shortcuts,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to wind you right back up in the same place.
Damn. So what was the start of like your journey of entrepreneurship? Like, when did you arrive there?
Shit, I've been an entrepreneur all my life. My mother was an entrepreneur.
Mm.
I saw her. I saw her go from nothing to up to back down. But I like the fact that she didn't answer to nobody.
Mm.
So I'm like, man, that's what I did. So I started selling candy when I was in high school.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when I got my first little bankroll, now I can hang with the hustlers and start gambling.
Mm.
And then I'm with the hustlers, and I'm like, okay. And then I'm seeing them get the cars and how they dress and all that, and that turned into other things. But I don't take back nothing I did because it made me who I am now.
Yo, I'm curious. I never had this conversation in depth as I want to, but I'm curious before we start.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a statute of limitation on like selling drugs and stuff?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
So can we talk about that?
Yeah.
All right, so what was your first drug choice that you wanted to sell? And how did you know that?
No, the crazy thing was I was in high school. I was like I think it was like middle of 10th grade or something. You know what I'm saying? My man came up to me and said, man, look what I got. He had took it from his brother.
What was it?
It was weed.
Okay.
I'm like, bro, you took it from your brother?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, man, he got plenty of it. He's like, look, we can sell this. We can get some extra money. At that time, I was hustling my candy.
Yeah.
And then I was playing cards. I was playing tunk.
Okay.
Crushing people on the tongue, right? I was like, all right, man, all right, give me that.
Yeah.
And then I went up to the hustlers. I'm like, listen, I got this. He's like, man, where you get this from? I was like, man, don't worry about it. He's like, man, let me see it. He's like, man. So I had a little bag. This was like $20 or $10 or something. He's like, man, I need an ounce of this. I'm like, a what?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm like, what?
Yep.
So I'm like, but I ain't tell him that. I'm thinking, I'm like, all right, give me a second.
Yeah.
I'll get back to you. I went back, and then next year I know my man introduced me to his brother, and then it just went crazy.
So what, did it stay at weed?
It stayed at weed for a long time and that's why I speak on the OGs, because then my OG turned me on to white, and it was all downhill after that.
All right, so let me ask, so this conversation, this is deep, bro. All right.
Mm-hmm.
One, it went from candy to weed because you just thought you could make more money, I'm assuming. Or why was that transition?
Nah, it was, the white was more respect.
No, candy, not the real candy.
Oh, yeah, so
the real
candy, the weed.
Why did it go from candy to weed?
Because the candy was like, back then it was Price Club, right?
Okay.
So I'm going to spend $100, $150, I'll make $250.
Yeah.
You know
nigga,
what I'm saying?
it ain't that
but
crazy.
But the back then,
Yeah.
man, having $250 in your pocket,
Yeah.
I'm like, shit, I'm getting money.
Uh-huh.
Until the hustlers pulling out stacks.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They in the bathroom gambling. And I'm looking, I'm like, they playing $200 on a roll.
Okay.
I'm holding $250 in my pocket. It's
Right.
like, nah.
I can't play 100 cause nigga, and then I got the re-up money.
Yeah,
so
and then
it's
if you
like,
lose, you like,
yeah.
yeah.
All right, so when we talk about the OGs introduce you to white. My thing is, but you like probably my age or a little bit older, if not.
I'm 45.
Yeah, I'm 33. So I don't know. My experience with old heads was different. Like the old heads was the ones that was telling me, "Don't fuck with that."
It's different. It's different now because see.
Now it's different, but I'm thinking your turn, your time.
Back then, you know, the game was different back then. You know what I mean? It was different back then.
Was it because you was already selling weed though?
Nah, because my OG didn't even know I was selling weed. I didn't really get into the white until after I graduated and left college. I left college because the weed got out of control.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like everybody was in class and I was the weed man.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying? I left Eastern Shore and came back home. And when I came back home, I was up. And then my OG was like, man, what you gonna do? And I said, I don't know. He's like, man, here. And I said, what the hell is this? He's like, it's the whole thing. I said, what am I supposed to do with this?
This is after college.
This is after college.
So you were like a damn near an adult at this point.
Yeah. But I had bills and I was in the streets.
Okay.
And man.
So you was already in the streets.
Yeah, I was already.
So that makes sense.
But you know it's a difference. It's a difference between a person in the streets and a street nigga.
Yeah, facts.
And I had to learn the hard way. And that's why my life, it took me 10 plus years of just being in the wrong crowd to understand, like there's some street niggas out there right now that will kill you.
Like, bro, I tell niggas, all the niggas play.
They
niggas
don't
play
play
these tough games all they want until you
They
meet a
don't
nigga
play.
that's
Right.
ain't no pleading.
No.
No niggas, y'all keep some of these kids and women
Nah.
are safe. It's niggas out there don't give a fuck about none of that.
None of that.
Y'all niggas keep some of these imaginary rules that y'all hear on the internet.
Nah.
You gonna run to
there's some dudes that don't play.
Yeah,
This is their real life.
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And so it was till that day when I was placed in that situation. Because you know, all the young niggas nowadays, they carry the gun on them, they think it's cool. It's like they driver's license. Okay, but what you gonna do when you really gotta use it?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so when I was placed in that situation, I'm like, damn, this shit just got real.
What was the situation? If you could talk about it.
Nah, I can talk about it. So it was a summer that I got robbed twice.
Damn.
And that summer, you know, I had just got the Suburban. I had TVs, headrests. I had all this shit. I was selling both. You know what I mean? And I come out of a store. Shout out to Rob Shooters. He had a store off of Pennsylvania Avenue in D.C. I'm coming out as hot as I don't know what that day. So I walk out of there with bags, and then right next door to it was a 7-Eleven. So I go to the 7-Eleven, get something to drink. I crack it open and just stop and start drinking because that's how hot it was.
Yeah.
My truck was parked around the corner. And, man, when as I'm drinking, I feel a sharp object in the middle of my back. I was like, and they said, man, don't move. Matter of fact, walk. And they put me inside the cable van. The van, we was walking around, the van slid back and they put me inside the cable van. Now they put me on my knees. And I'm like, fuck. And I had my gun on me the whole time. And so they put me up against inside the van. I see a dude driving, I see a dude in the passenger seat. And I'm up, you know, on my knees, my hands up against the van. The dude that got the gun, he just trigger happy. Right? And so he reaching in my pockets. I had like 2,000 something in one and a little couple of $100 in there. He took my bag. He's like, oh yeah, we got him. My face is up against the wall so I can see where we driving. So they going down the alley. The dude driving like, all right, man, we got his money, we got his bags. You know what I'm saying? We gonna let him go.
Yeah.
Dude in the passenger seat like, yeah, man, we gonna let him go. Dude with the gun, nah. He like, nah, I'm gonna kill this nigga. And so at that time, all I could think was like, man, what am I gonna do? We went in the alley, the door slid open, and the whole time, imagine if it felt like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
But it was probably really like 2 minutes.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Man, that door slid open. He just kept talking so much shit to me. Like, yeah, I'm going to kill you. I'm like, man, what's wrong with him? I don't even know you.
Mm-hmm.
I knew at that point that I only had a split second. So as soon as my foot touched the ground, I ain't even look back. I just pulled out and aired it out. And all I heard him go, oof. And I just kept running. And I came out the alley looking crazy because the hammer cocked back. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's done. Yeah.
And I'm coming out. I'm looking around. You know, and I had to realize I had the gun out. But that was a turning point for me. That was when I was like, you got yourself into something that, you know what I'm saying, that like it's not just cool to say, yeah, I sell this, I sell that. Hey, I got a gun on me. Nah, you really had to use it. And if I didn't, I'd have been dead. I wouldn't be sitting on this couch right now. So that's what I tell the youngins, like, you sure you ready for this? You know what I mean? And the youngins killing each other over something small now.
Nigga kill a nigga for way less. nigga say something, nigga look at you wrong now. Like, it's crazy because like back in the day, so it's funny because I used to always say it wasn't like that, but I'm lying. Back in the day it was kind of like that, but it was for different things. It was reasons. Not saying the reasons wasn't stupid. Like, think about it, it was niggas that would beat niggas to death for gang initiation. Like it was like that shit back in the day.
Damn near you about to die.
Yeah, dumb shit. Like people would do shit just to show off in front of their friends. It still was dumb shit, but it wasn't publicized because it wasn't social media.
Right.
So you would have to be in the streets or like be around these environments to see it. Nowadays, it's being promoted to a random nigga that don't have no issues, that don't have to be in the streets, and now he see it, now he probably want to do it. You know what I'm saying? So now it's double trouble because you got the niggas that's in the streets, that's around it, that shouldn't be doing it, but that want to do it. The niggas that need to do it. Then you got the niggas that's promoted to, that's like just want to be cool. Yeah. So it's like, it's just, man, it's crazy out here, bro.
It's crazy. There's no guidance. There's no guidance. And like back then I had OGs, but now the OGs nowadays that the youngest look up to, they burnt out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how you telling me don't do what I do, but you looking terrible. So man, I'm not listening to you. Yeah. I'm gonna go do me. Yeah. And that's what the youngest is doing.
Damn, bro.
You know what I mean? So for me, that's why I know I had to go through everything I had to go through in life. Cause when I talk to the youngest, like, listen, I done sold everything. I done been in jail. I got an F on my record, all of that. But I'm on the other side. And so I talk over beats because the young niggas, they ain't picking up no book. They ain't gonna read. You know what I mean? So I just found different ways to try to talk to the young.
How you think they gravitate to it? You think?
Nah, they gravitate. Like, man, I got a few guys that I never met in my life that reach out to me through the DMs like, man, OG, man, you my mentor. You don't even know it. Man, I was about to do something stupid, man, and you, one of the reels you posted, man, I saw it and it stopped me. Man, keep doing your thing, OG. I appreciate you. Like before I came here, another young boy, this nigga was a blood. Talking about blood. Every word that C is out. It's all K's. You know what I'm saying? Like, certified. Went to jail, everything. And now I go on this story, man, he like special ops. Got all his tattoos moved off his face and everything. That man jumping out planes. You know what I mean? Just DM me like, OG, man, it was you.
Wow, that's dope.
Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying?
That'll keep a nigga going. If nothing else, man, when you see that the work is actually touching the people, that feels special, bro. Yeah. So what got you into start mentoring and things like that?
Man, I was in a dark place at one time, man, because when you come from the streets and you've been in it so long, you got a dark cloud over your head on a sunny day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can be like it is outside right now, but you just got a dark cloud. You got that aura on you. And I didn't want to be in it no more. But the same how we talk about crackheads or dope heads or whatever, we talk about them in a bad way, right? But truthfully speaking, they got an addiction to the drugs. We got an addiction to the power and the money. You know what I'm saying? So it's still an addiction. It's just two different sides. So who's really who? Right? They living free. They can care less what you think about them. But here it is on the other side. We addicted to the money, the respect, the power, the women, all that, right?
All of that.
And so when you take that away, you used to counting all this money. and now you take that away, and now you're not getting no fast money, and now you gotta wait. Man, it's like going through withdrawals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so one day, my guy by the name of Brian, he asked me to come down to PG Community College and talk to the young boys, cause he, you know, for we got a program, and I was like, man, talk to them about what? Like, what can I possibly talk to them about? And when I got there, I always had this thing about me where I can pick up on people's energy.
Mm-hmm.
When I got there, it was a young boy tucked off in the cut, hood on his head, just slouched down in the seat. And as I'm talking to the kids, because all the other motivational speakers, and no disrespect to the other ones, right? But when you walk in with a suit on to a group of young kids, man, they disconnect off the break. They're like, man, who is he going to tell me about? You know what I mean? I came in, I had a Nike sweatsuit, fleece joint on. You know what I mean? I come in, I got the J's on that everybody. So they already connected to me. When I started talking, and I'm being transparent, and I'm telling them about my stories and what I've been through and what I've seen and all of that, I seen a dude go from laying like this to sitting up. And I was like, oh, I got one. And I just zoned in on him. And then I went over to him. I said, man, you all right? And he was like, man, last night I tried to kill myself. And we talked, and now that went from him being like that to now he a barber, celebrity barber. He travels, and he reach out to me every now and then, man, OG, I appreciate you. You don't know what you did for me. And so when I left out of there that day, I felt drained, but in a good way.
Yeah, but that's real, bro.
Yeah.
People don't, even like some of the conversations I've had, people, when they talk about like the energy transfer, that's a real thing, bro. And like you would think from the outside of it, like you just having a conversation, it ain't that hard. Man,
shit.
What?
Yeah, because you pouring in your story, right? You pouring it in, and when you leave out or that person walk away, you're like, damn, why am I so tired? Because you gave it all. You know what I'm saying? And that's the difference between the fake people that claim to be motivational speakers, right, and the ones that just come natural. And so,
yo, now that you've had those experiences, you motivate people and you can like influence people to do positive. What does that mean to you now?
No, it's everything. Is I know that I'm in my purpose. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people scared to talk to God. Like I done seen some gangsters go from, you know, shooting to now when they lose their mother or somebody like that, now they want to pray to God. I'm like, brother, man was trying to talk to you the whole time. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean just because you respect God or love God that you're a sucker. But it's a difference. You know what I'm saying? So now, when I know I'm in my purpose, I know this is what I'm here to do, it comes naturally. I wake up every single morning and I'm doing top of the morning reels. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing another quote in the reel at the end of the day. I go YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, every single day. Consistent. That's the difference between a lot of other people. You're not consistent because you don't have the content because it's not real. You don't have it in you. When it's in you, it's easy.
Nah, facts.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I watch your podcast, the questions, and again, no disrespect. So when it come out, no comments and all like that. Yeah. But no disrespect, but it's a difference when you're talking to people. There's no cards, right? There's no cue cards. This is just conversation.
Yeah.
Right? When I saw one of the joints you posted about your daughter, bro, that's the realest shit ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I remember when my daughter, I went to pick her up one day when she was a baby. And this is when I was in the streets heavy. All I did was just drop money off. I went to pick her up one day and I put my hands out, man. She looked at me like, who are you? That shit hurt. You know what I'm saying? So I said that from that day on, I said, nah, man, I can't be, you know what I'm saying, an absent father, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't be present but not present. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so now me and my daughter, we like this. And that's why a lot of females, they don't understand love because they never got it from their father.
Yeah.
Like, bruh, there's some dudes that was in my circle. I was like, man, I can't rock with you, man, because you're not a man. You made a kid and you mad at her, so you don't take care of, like, huh? Nah, man.
And it's funny, I tell people all the time, bro, like, I'm going to get into my other questions, but now that we on here, I tell people all the time, it ain't nothing wrong with thinking something. It ain't nothing wrong with feeling something. It's about what you do and don't do, right? So, like, it's been times where I told people all the time, it's been times where when me and my ex broke up, bro, like, even for my stepdaughter, it was like, nah, I didn't want to be there because, like, that's your burden. You know what I'm trying to say? But you're human. You can feel that. But I'm not going to act on that.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can speak on it. I can say what I want to do, what I don't want to do.
Yeah.
It's about your actions.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, I don't want, because a lot of people, they be, like, embarrassed or shameful when, like, I don't know, they feel some type of way or things like that. I'm like, bro, that's okay. Embrace it. Because the more you know about yourself, the better you can do, right? If you keep trying to run from it, it's like, yo, feel that way for a second, right? But just don't act on it. Because a murderer ain't a murderer because he thought about murdering somebody. You're a murderer because you murdered somebody.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like, bro, like, just because you've been frustrated with your ex or whatever the case may be, bro, okay, feel that way, but then show up. You know what I'm saying? Like, do what you got to do.
Yeah. Nah, for sure.
We human, bro.
Nah, man. I mean, my daughter, man, when I say that's my why, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter about money, cars, all that. You just enjoying the fruits of your labor. Like, this, what you got going on, man, it's going to take off. And you're going to be able to do whatever you want to do. That's cool. You're supposed to. But how many people you help along the way? You know what I'm saying? Your legacy, that's what it's all about.
You know, it's crazy, bro. Just a lot of this should be interchangeable, bro. When we talk about places where we come from, like the hood and things like that, with like just character. I had to learn how to embrace it in the way it should have been embraced in the way instead of the way it was taught to me. For example, like being a man, right? I remember at one point in time, I took pride in like, nah, I'm not no bitch. You can't say nothing. You can't say nothing crazy to me. You can't look at me no crazy way. You can't do whatever to me. You get what I'm saying? And I had to understand that the hood, it was teaching me not to be a bitch, but what it meant to teach me was how to be a man, right? How to be a man is showing up when you keeping your word, when you get somebody your word. Having good character. When you say something, stand on it, right? Being a man that could be dependable, right? Like reliable. Not lying, like being honorable. That's what it was trying to teach me. Yeah. I just interpreted it as being a bitch. Yeah. So like, it got me in a lot of trouble. And I'm like, yo, it wasn't the fact that I was fighting a lot. It was the reasons that I was fighting for. Yeah, exactly. Right? Because if I was fighting to stay in the school, if I was fighting to get better grades, if I was fighting, like granted I had good grades, but it's like I was fighting getting kicked out of school. And I would tell myself, man, you got to stop fighting. Nah, you don't got to stop fighting, but what you fighting for? Right. That's changed your mindset, right? Now, it don't have to go from fighting because a nigga calls you a name. It can go from fighting not to get kicked out of school when a nigga call your name. Right. It's still a fight. Right. But what's the fight that's going to be suitable, most suitable for you?
Nah, we were programmed and taught different. You know what I'm saying? So just like what we got, Apple, you know, the laptops or whatever, right?
Yep.
After a while, the programs and the downloads after a while, if they not used the correct way or whatever the storage it stops working, right? Same thing with us. After a while, the stuff that that was in our head that we programmed, if it ain't working, it's time for you to delete it and download some new knowledge.
Well, we need upgrades. We need upgrades every few months, nigga.
How many times you get on your phone and it's an
update? Facts,
right?
Yeah,
that's what we got to do. You can't operate off of what we learned last year or the year before. It don't work.
Nope.
It don't work.
Nope. That's a fact, boy.
So, man, I've learned, man, like, it's never too late, number one, to reinvent yourself, right? And if the people around you is not doing something for you, then it's time to change the people around you. So I say, bro, you with me? All right, I'm here mentally. I'm gonna try to change you, right? But if that don't work, then it's time to change the people around.
Facts. Yeah.
I'm trying to go somewhere.
That's a fact.
That's it.
Yo, coming outside of it right now, because you look good, you got the money, you got the nice clothes and things like that. It's still a part of the people that we trying to connect with or get to. It's still some type of disconnect because I don't think they understand that we've been there. Because like what they say, a nigga that don't got nothing, you can't tell him nothing. A nigga that got everything, you can't tell him nothing. Nigga, all in all, you can't tell a nigga shit. So I'm thinking about when you go into these schools, you go to talk to somebody, and you like, bro, these are the steps you got to make to change your life. All I'm thinking about, man, they not trying to hear that because I need to know where my next meal coming from. They don't understand that you've been there.
That right there, that's why I'm so transparent. I got no problem with saying it. Bro, it was times when I took my daughter to Chipotle. You know what I'm saying? She like, Dad, you eating? I'm like, no, I'm good, babe. I already ate. She like, Dad, we been in the house all day. I ain't see you eat nothing. I said, no, I'm good, baby. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and eat. I had like $13. The bill came in $11.50 because she wanted chips and you know how it is, right?
No,
and
no
I'm
cap.
watching her eat, and I'm like, I'm hoping that she say I'm full and leave me something.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Niggas know something, boy.
Come on. I know about going in the joint and checking the date, expiration date on the beans and shit. Be like, damn, it's past the date, but it's really only like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Because that's really the sell by date.
Yeah.
So that ain't really
I got
when
me
it's
a little
expired.
more time, man. You know what? I'm about to heat these bitches up.
The nigga know something.
You know what I'm saying? I done been there. I done came home. My shit sitting outside. Cars got repo. I done been there. And not knowing where the next dollar coming from. But I'm here. And it all starts with your mindset. So, you know what I'm saying? I got no problem with being transparent.
What's the hardest part to convey that to the youth or anybody you mentoring though?
The hardest part is showing them that the people that's around them don't love you. They don't. As soon as you get locked up, man, I got locked up, bro. I didn't get nothing. Out of everybody that I helped, man, I was like Oprah when I was up.
You get a car. You get it.
You know what I'm saying? Because you could take one and turn it to 1.5 or 2. So I'm like, all right, well, the extras here, nigga, take that. Get on your feet. But when I got jammed up, nobody was there except one person. That's why I rock with him to this day. So I'm like, bro, they don't love you. The rest in peace T-shirts that everybody, man, in about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, it's gonna be wrinkled in the back of the closet somewhere.
Nigga, they ain't getting you the good quality shirts anyway. There's only
They
one
going
wash,
up to the
2
mom
washes.
and pop joint, man, or the China joint, man. You know what I mean?
2 washes is done anyway.
Done.
This shit all cracked up. They don't understand.
It's gone. It's in the back of the closet, man. They don't. It ain't no love for real. So the hardest part is like embracing when you go through your by yourself phase. That's the hardest part because that's when all of your darkness try to creep up on you when you in your room by yourself. When you like, damn, man, what am I gonna do? That's the hardest part. That's why I talk about renewing your mind. You gotta know how strong you are. That's what it's about.
Damn, that's deep, bro. How would you? I guess we found out. What was the last straw for you? Was that robbery was that the breaking point?
Nah, that wasn't the breaking point. That just made me know that it was real. Cause then I got robbed 2 months later, and that's when my paranoia was up to a whole. And even now, I still be paranoid. You know what I mean? Cause I got that on me, but it wasn't until because I never got caught. Right? Like I say, if I'd have got caught early, I probably would have changed. But I never got caught. So it didn't change. It didn't change until, man, when they came and got me. And when they came and got me at my mother's house 8:30 in the morning. I didn't even live at my mother's house. I was just tired one night and was like, Mom, let me come crash at your house. I ain't feel like driving all the way up to Beltway. Wake up in the morning, they kicked the door in. And at that time, I had stopped hustling 6 months ago.
Damn.
So they got me on something else because the guy who I was rocking with, he was working with the feds the whole time.
Damn.
You know what I mean? So when I got into DC jail, man, I was in there. I ain't know nobody. Nobody. And that was different. That was like, man, if I'd have got locked up when I was in the streets earlier, I probably would have knew some people. You know, oh, what's up? Nah, it was crazy. Being locked up and then they stripping you ass naked and tell you bend over and spread your cheeks and like the most degrading shit I've ever went through in life. And I was like, man, I'm not coming back here no more. You know what I'm saying? And I never forget. This is after they take your age test. All your tests. You sit down. You're in a room full of everybody. Man, I'm sitting. It's probably about 200-300 people in there. It's a CO walking, and out of nowhere, me and her just locked eyes. So I'm looking back like, she looking at me. She come up to me. I'm like, what I do? I just got here. This is first day in. She walk up to me. She like, hey, I don't know what you did to get yourself in here, but you don't belong here. When you get out of here, don't come back here again. I'm like, huh? And it stuck with me. And so, man, just going through that experience, just being in there, just seeing a lot of people just like how they know how many flushes it take to get to the hot water, how to stash this over here, how to make oodles and noodles from letting the water run in the sink for a certain amount of time. Bro, it was crazy. Putting the sheet up so you can take a shit. I'm like, nah, bro, I ain't coming back here again.
How long you had to do?
I was in there almost 3 months. And when I was in there, again, it was crazy. I'll never forget Judge Sullivan. I went in front of the judge, and the only reason why they let me out was because at that time, my daughter's mother was battling breast cancer. And before I went in, I was with my daughter every night, every day. I'm with her because her mother was in the hospital. So I'm in there, and they denied my bond like 3 times. So at this point, I'm just ready to just say, all right, fuck it, I just got to ride it out. And the 4th time, again, I come out, my guy Weasel, he was in the back, my cousin Rick was there, my mother was there. And we get in front of the judge, and the prosecutors, never forget this, prosecutor said, we feel as though Mr. Flaire needs to be out to take care of his daughter.
The prosecutor said that?
The prosecutor said that.
Damn.
So I'm looking at my lawyer, I'm like, you know about this? He's like, But right before I went to that court date, right, I'm in a cell, and out of 120 or 130 cells in the whole joint, my cell was the only cell that had a book about God in it. And I read it front to back, because at that time we was on lockdown, 23 hours and 1.
Damn.
Right? And before I went out, there was an older dude in there, and he was just like, young blood. He's like, man, something about you different, man. You going home. I'm like, whatever, man. You know, man, I wasn't hearing it. But when I got in there, as the prosecutor started talking, what he said started to go in my head. And I'm looking at the judge, and the judge said, man, you know what just happened? I said, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
That's
he was
crazy.
like, I'm giving you a second chance.
Damn.
So now you got a whole year. I had to go do drug tests and all that. He's like, you got a whole year before sentencing, but I'm letting you out on house arrest. And then my mother stood up and like, yeah, she'll take me. I'm like, huh? And so they let me out, and you know what I'm saying? I was able to get a job and all that. And it was my first job. I ain't never had no job, but I had a job tinting windows because that's what I know how to do anyway. But that was just something different, bro. It was different. It was like I had to go take P tests, and you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
But I knew then, I'm like, man, I got a second chance, man. And I got to do something with it.
Yeah. No, you know, it's funny, like that. And what people also overlook so many times or so much is trying to get out of that mentality, even though you're out of that life. How hard is it now still trying to fight those battles of that old Kie?
Now, the old Kie dead, man. I had a funeral for him. He did.
So it's never been times where like people might play with you business wise, and it's like, and you gotta like fight that urge to. Nah,
man. I'm like, man, I think like somebody, and this happened recently, bro. 3-4 months ago. You know what I mean? A guy got into it, and yeah, I had my gun on me, on my waist. You know what I'm saying? And he was talking crazy and this and that. But as he's talking, and we was face to face, and this is all over a car being wrapped. Right? It was one of my employees. I just looked at him and started smiling, because I have a different mindset now where it's like I can see what can happen. So like, bro, literally, I've killed you. Like, bro, I'm saving you right now. But I'm not gonna let these actions come out because I got too much to lose. I've come too far. I got too many people depending on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to crash out over you and then be back in that place. I can still smell the piss in the corner at that place. Like, nah, I ain't going back. I ain't going back.
And you know what's funny? I was talking about this a few times, how I feel like in our environment, it created a standard where you know the outcome can be death, right? So I say this, part of the reason why a lot of things ain't happened back in the day, because niggas, they were scared of the outcome. And that's not a bad thing. I feel like nowadays niggas ain't scared of nothing.
No.
So niggas do whatever, cause yeah, they probably fucking with little girls. They doing all type of outlandish stuff because they're not scared of the consequences.
Right.
And like you said, like, I still can smell a piss. So a part of it is like, I don't want to go back there.
Nah.
Not about the people. I don't want to be in that position.
Yeah.
So because you don't want that, right? You don't do things that put you in that position. Whereas though niggas never faced any type of consequences, so they just do outlandish stuff.
Yeah.
Yo, it be that bad for me.
Nah, I mean, what's the young boy? I think he was like 16 or 17. They just showed it on the gram where, you know, where they showed when he was going in.
Mm-hmm.
He was smiling. Yeah, I just killed him. Talking all this shit. When he got in front of that judge and it was sentencing time, and they gave him life.
Boo-hoo.
His knees gave out. He fell out. And the deputies picked him right back up. Nah, stand up. Like, that's what need to be shown.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, this shit is real. And ain't no guns in jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, the one thing I love about Instagram is I got connected to my guy Tez. And again, I don't even know what he did to get in there. We became cool through Instagram. He go live in jail through his brother. And we done went live a few times. Now, that's like my man. Like, I talk to him every day. Like, if I don't talk to him, I'll be like, man, why he ain't called me from jail? What's going on? Mm-hmm. And he done did 14 years. He went in at 18.
Damn.
As a blood. He done renounced the game, right? But it's even harder for him in there to still get respect, but not in the game. But he did 14 and still got to walk another 10.
Damn.
He 33 right now. You know what I'm saying? 33. Did 14 years. So he tell me, man, Kie, man, you free. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. Like, people come up with excuses. Like, they probably look at you like, Jay, man, how you doing all this? You here, you there. You got your daughter here, you doing this. Because you free and you understand the value of time, right? You said we shooting at 12. I'm here at 11:30, 11:35. I call you. People don't respect time. You know what I'm saying? And so that's when I'm on. Like, he give me energy. When I talked to him earlier today. He know I'm coming here. He's like, man, you getting on jail? Like, bro, you big in jail. Just because of how real you are. I'm just being honest with you. So just to know that, man, it's like, we got to respect the time. You know what I'm saying? You got to respect the people that give you time. You got to respect the people that's pouring their motivation into you, trying to keep you up. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, and honestly, when it comes to this Instagram and social media shit, bro, what else you got to respect is your influence, bro.
Facts.
Because, like, again, bro, I be watching all these goofies be promoting goofy shit, and they're like, that's because y'all niggas ain't been through it, bro. I understand that if I promote negativity, violence, it's niggas out there who will follow that.
Yes.
I came from that, bro.
Yeah.
I wasn't, like you said, I wasn't in the street. I wasn't a street nigga. I just came from it. Yeah. So, like, in Baltimore, it's like, bro, you ain't gotta be in no gang to be, nigga.
It's outside.
It's outside. Like, nigga, I was in it every day. You feel me? So it's like, I understand that what that can lead a kid down the road, the wrong path down the road.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
But it be niggas playing these goofy games. Man, bro, this internet is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I don't, like, bro.
But you living proof. You're living proof. Like, you know what I mean? Niggas, like, I'm in Baltimore. My church I go to is in Baltimore on East, Poplar Grove. You know what I'm saying? I go there. It's crazy. I'm from D.C., but I have more connections and more people that I deal with in Baltimore than anything. It's crazy. My guy Dion, he did time. That's my man. Like, you would thought we was blood brothers, right? But when you drive through Baltimore, and it's just like driving through Detroit. You drive through Baltimore, one house, cool.
Every other vacant.
One junk, 8 abandoned, 9 abandoned.
Facts.
Every corner standing on. So for you to come out of that and still have a mindset like, nah, you know what? Number one, I got to get away from this. Number two, I'm going to start something. You know what I'm saying? And then recognize the influence you got and then have a team. That's a whole nother ball game because everybody wants to be you, but don't bro, just be good at your position. We can be great together.
I say that all the time. All the time. I tell niggas like everybody can't be Jordan. I be like, shit. If you got a good enough team, you can. Because if you work the camera, you can be Jordan and working the camera.
Come on.
Nigga, like, if your job is to edit, nigga, you could be the Jordan of editing. I don't want to edit. I ain't never going to step on your feet.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to get the right team.
But us together is the dream team.
Nigga, what? For sure. For
the
sure.
dream team.
Bro, nah, man. That shit's good, dog. So I guess, like, what's going on now? Like, what you got next? Like, what's up?
Now, man, I'm heavy on woman empowerment. You know, I saw my mother be abused. I saw a lot of women be abused. So I'm heavy on women empowerment. I just dropped a short film, the Mary J. Blige, Look at My Life. That's one of my favorite songs ever.
You just put it on YouTube?
Yeah.
I think I've seen that.
I did that. So you know, a lot of women going through domestic violence.
Why you think so?
Because there's no guidance. The boys, or should I say grown ass boys, you know what I'm saying? They're not men, right? They don't know how to control their attitude. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They look at women as that's my property. Like, nah, bro, that be your joint, your girl, whatever you call it, but that ain't your property, huh?
Yeah, and I go back to, I just feel like it's no consequence. Yo, back in the day, you play with a girl, what? It was a brother, it was somebody. Yo, you can't even go through the hood to go see a girl without getting mugged. Like, you had to think twice about where the girl was from.
Come on, man.
Bro, you couldn't even, it was certain hoods you like, I gotta go. Damn, like, I'm in Baltimore, I gotta go down the hill.
Shit.
Damn.
Man, can you meet me?
Yeah, you feel me? So it's like, I'm gonna go down the hill, I might get in a fight, nigga try to rock. Now I'm really rumbling. Yeah. Ain't no consequences, bro. Niggas doing what they want with these chicks. Yeah. And what makes it worse is the woman, it's like they feel like they have to deal with these men, so they keep coming back. So the nigga think he could do this, man, bro.
Because they see that as a form of love.
Man, that shit's ridiculous, bro.
Man,
what got you into that?
I mean, I always write films. I always
the woman empowerment.
Yeah, I always write scripts. But now it's like the motivation songs that I do, because I'm just talking over beats. I bring light to them by shooting videos, by shooting short films to them. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so I did that.
I guess why the woman empowerment piece? What got you?
It's crazy. I was sitting at a bar last night, and I told the lady, like, yeah, you know, I do a lot of speaking engagements for women empowerment. She looked at me like, huh? I said, and that's why. Because it's easy for women to come in and y'all gravitate to the women. But here I am, it's a man coming from the other side showing y'all, like, hey, I understand your pain. All of us is not the same. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to see, you know, build women up, let them know, like, man, listen, women, I mean, truth be told, y'all run the world.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? There's more power here than down there. It's here. You know what I mean? And so that's what I'm all about. And the women that's living in these type of situations, going through domestic violence, like, man, it's a small step. All you gotta do is take one small step that equal a big step and change your situation.
Why is that so important to you, like, to build up these women?
Man, because, man, my mother is who she is to me. You know what I'm saying? I want to see, like, to tell her, for her to tell me, like, I'm proud of you. You know what I mean? That feels great. Like, ain't no amount of money that can make me feel like that. You know what I mean? And so for me, that's what I do it for. I do it for my mother. I do it for my daughter's mother. Like, right now, she's like, I don't understand how people say, I don't rock with my baby mother. I never gave her that name. That's my daughter's mother.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
She gave me the best gift that I'll ever have in life. I respect her to this day. I respect her and her situation. But that's like my best friend. And so I do it for her because she had a father that was present but wasn't present. So she didn't know what love was. And that's what these women are. So that's why they gravitate to these dudes beating on them, because they don't know what love is, because their father never gave them they wasn't their first love. You know what I mean? So they gravitate to it, and then you wonder why they stay, because their self-esteem is crushed. So they feel like that's all they have. Nah, I can't do better. He take care of the bills. Nah, become a queen. Go out there and make your own money. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm heavy on, man. So I got a lot of speaking engagements. Just got booked to go to Louisiana, do like 3 schools in one day.
That's fire.
I know I'm going to be exhausted, but I look forward to it.
That's fire, bro.
You know what I mean?
That's fire, bro. I'm glad we can have this sit down, bro. I think what you're doing is great, dog. Like, even I didn't even know about the woman empowerment thing. I feel like so many men try to keep women down because they think that if they up, it's going to take away from it's gonna dim their light. And it's like, bro, that's the most coward thing in the world. Not even just on the woman's side. Like, the fact that you could do that with anybody. I feel like the biggest hater is having information and not giving it to everybody else. Like, that's the biggest hater.
Yeah.
And a lot of niggas be the biggest hater to their woman.
Gatekeeper.
Yeah, bro. Like, niggas be gatekeeping their relationship.
Yeah.
Because they hating on that woman. Like, no
You
cap.
don't want her to have no power. You don't want her to have her own money. You want to be the person that had the money to control.
Because he lacks self-esteem. Because he lacks self-respect. And he don't have no confidence in himself.
Yeah.
Bro, the highest form of love is confidence. People ask me, like, why I can do for so many people because I'm confident. It's like, it'd be like this, when they say the same reason they hate you, the same reason they love you. Like, because some people will say I'm too cocky, I'm too arrogant. Some people will say I'm too humble. But I feel like it's that balance because I can help so many people because I know that it ain't going to do shit for me. I mean, like, it ain't going to do nothing. It can't block no blessing of mine. But you got to be confident to do that.
Yeah.
When you're not confident, you're scared. Like, no, I can't help them because then I might not be able to win the way I win.
They might surpass me.
Nigga, y'all need to get your confidence up. Like, nigga, get your confidence up so you can help people, so you can do better. Like, niggas be scared. Like,
yeah, man, it's sad, and to be the closest ones to you.
Facts, bro.
Be the closest, like, bruh. And that's why I learned relationships because it's like, bruh, you know what I'm doing. You know what lane I'm in. You know certain people that you can make a phone call. Why you ain't make that call? But then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go build my own relationship. That's what I'm going to do. And at least I know that how you used to deal with that person, it may be some animosity towards him or her. So if I come through the door, you already looking at me sideways. But if I come through with a new relationship and then my track record, when you go look at my digital resume on Instagram, it's proven. Like, oh, no, he about his business. Let's do business.
Nah, man, this is good, bro. I appreciate you, bro. This is dope, man. I know you got some more work to do this weekend. Boy, you out here through the week.
Yeah, I'm out here all week.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm here, man. Like, let's keep in touch, bro. I appreciate you for real.
No, for sure. I appreciate you having me.
For the people that don't know how to follow you, support everything you got going on from the car rapping business to everything, man. Let them know how to do it.
Everything is Kie Flaire, Kie Flaire, FAIR 929 on all social media platforms, YouTube, everything. And that's it, man. Follow me. I'm all about motivation. Yeah. And building people up and get the right team.
Facts. So we gotta get this car rap because that's a walking.
Yeah. I want to do that for you.
That's a walking billboard.
Yeah.
I know niggas gonna see it. I'm like, nah, nigga, I need that.
No, all you gotta do is let me know when you traveling.
Yeah.
And you good for a second. Cause I just sent my man Cybertruck back to St. Louis for him.
Sheesh. And
rap that crazy. Yeah, so it ain't nothing.
We gonna do that. We're gonna get an ad on this motherfucker. That's gonna be an ad. Yo, Kyle, I appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you, man.
1% Better Show. Shout out to my guy again, Alexander the Blanc. He ain't here. He had church today. It's Sunday, man. My guy Kyron behind the boards. Kyron, what's your Instagram and stuff?
C-Buck Saint. That's CBUCK Saint.
Yeah, Mr. J Hill, 1% Better Show. It's a wrap. We out.